it's better bowling, it's a better speed, it's not too quick, it's not too slow. That was actually the perfect speed to bowl. Trying to get the ball to turn, good length, good line. Again, that ball you can see he tried to bowl a bit quicker. But from my experience, most spinners try and do that. Once they get hit to a boundary, they just try and bowl quicker and quicker, thinking that the batsman won't be able to hit him.
Well, that goes through.
But again, so if you start bowling quicker, it actually gives the batsman more chance to hit you, because then he has more speed on the ball to work with. They can hit you from much further, much harder along the ground. So definitely, I would say, you know where your fielders are, you know where your boundary fielders are. So try and bowl a bit more straighter and a bit slower. Try and let the batsman try and hit you towards the fielders.
Namibia scampers through for a single off the last delivery there from Ainsley Ndlovu. Well, I don't know, Lawrence. I just can't help but to observe the fact that the bowlers just seem to be operating in silos. I mean, no one is chatting to them, no one is giving in much guidance, unless they're shouting it across the field, which we can't hear from here. But the bowler's pretty much having to decide on the fly by himself, how to basically maneuver under what looks to be quite trying circumstances.
Definitely, Casey. I mean, in this scenario especially, you need more input by your captain or even by your senior players. I mean, you need to have a better plan to do what, or try figuring out the batsman, look where is his strength. You can see that both batsmen it's quite strongly on the offside, so try a different plan, try something new. But like you said, they just continue, they're just going on.
Right, and with this bowling change, we'll bring in a change in the commentary. In comes Chopsy, and he'll be taking over with Lawrence.
Thanks, Casey. It's great to be here this morning. Good morning, Lawrence.
Good morning, Chops. How are you?
Very good. I've been very excited to see what Zimbabwe can do against Namibia. I'm seeing that the Namibian Eagles have done well in the last performance. And of course, we've been trying to invite Zimbabwe for quite some time now, and they're here. So it's great to see Team Zimbabwe in Namibia, live from the capital city in Wanderers for the Castle Light series. And I can see a great performance with the first partnership for the Eagles. And of course, they are building up for the World Cup at the end of this year. And this is all the baby steps that they need against Team Zimbabwe.
Definitely, and we see a change of bowling from the northern end. Charles Mumba coming in from the northern end. At first ball, you can see definitely his intent going for the short one there, but unfortunately just being too short. The batsman's head for wide. But it's absolutely great to see the competition between the guys. I mean, they're so fierce and they just want to show who's the best. Yeah.
I'm keeping a keen eye on Zane Green, who's started his partnership with Craig Williams, and Zane Green being a strong runner, trying to add in those singles wherever he can. He's a youngster and he's committed to adding the points tally where it counts. Here comes Zimbabwe. Great delivery. And a great partnership by Craig Williams and Zane Green.
Definitely, I mean, this is a really nice start from Namibian Eagles. I mean, they're setting themselves up for definitely a big score here. Definitely looking to witness the last few overs of this innings, because this will be very nice.
It was an interesting combination of first bowlers that Team Zimbabwe took, this coming in, and the Namibians gaining a lot of confidence by putting some points on the board. 62 runs at this rate, and with 5 overs completed for Team Zimbabwe. They've got a lot to fill, especially since the last awards that have been issued to Cricket Namibia, both in the African Regional Winners and also Development Initiative of the Year, and also ICC's Digital Fan Engagement of the Year categories for 2020. So a great performance, not only by the players but also by the organisation of Cricket Namibia. With the World Cup just around the corner, the Namibians are keen to impress, and they'll be facing top teams by the end of this year. There's also a pink campaign, a golf day that's to pledge for cancer awareness, that's organised by Cricket Namibia. The Eagles will be on site, and also the fans. Oh, that was a very close call for our Eagles.
almost losing their first wicket there. Zane Green just slicing that one towards point. I think the fielder at point just didn't expect that ball to get so quickly towards him, and unfortunately just missing out there. So yeah, Zane Green getting another chance there. Definitely want to make sure he capitalizes on this.
And Zane connects again for 2 runs and goes straight for 4. Will it? No. Well fielded by Zimbabwe. A cool 3 runs for the Eagles.
Great running there by the Eagles, making sure they get most of the runs out of that. Great effort by the fielder as well to chase that ball down and keep it inside the boundary road.
Just speaking some more about the Pledge for Pink Cancer Awareness Golf Day that's coming on the 3rd of September, where of course the Namibian Eagles want to show their promise and their commitment to building awareness for cancer sufferers, not only in Namibia but around the world. It's a great day. Hopefully we'll get some results and feedback for you closer to the time. In comes Carl Mumba. Very well connected by Namibia's Eagles. Straight through to the boundaries for 4.
Zane Green this time making sure that the previous one that he hit like that didn't hit well, sliced it a bit towards the point for and got dropped, but this time making sure he hits the ball nice and hard along the ground in between the point and cover fielder, racing the way to the boundary. Great shot by Zane, great awareness also.
It's great to see Zane Green back in action. Earlier on in the year he was coming back from an injury and managed to take part in some of the franchise series earlier on in April, and now he's had months to prepare and get back to full fitness, and of course having a partnership with Craig Williams is almost the ideal scenario. Great selection by the captain to start off this morning at Wanderers, currently sitting at 71 runs just off 6 overs.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, batting at a run rate of 11 runs and over is absolutely a great start by the Eagles, making sure they capitalize in this power play. So we'll definitely look forward to the rest of this game. We see again a change in bowling from the southern end. They're bringing back Brian Bennett. He bowled the first over for Zimbabwe, and they're bringing back him after the power play. So I think the bowler will have a bit more confidence here after the power play with having 5 fielders out on the boundary. So he knows his boundary is a bit more protected, and he can play a bit more of his bowling action as well as where to bowl. So he'll definitely have a bit more confidence.
And great exposure for the youngster Brian Bennett, travelling to Namibia, and of course I think Namibians have the upper hand at this rate, playing at home, and home advantage being an understatement here. These guys understand this pitch. They play here constantly through Uganda and the rest, and there we go, and that just proves it.
Zane lining that one up and absolutely dispatching that one over the long on fielder, and just had a big pose there for the camera. Make sure he shows it off.
Go textbook strike from the Eagles and sending it straight through.
You can
for the runs that they need.
Definitely see it's one of those feelings where you hit the ball and you just know you hit it well. So you just stand still, just watch the ball fly over the boundary.
Might have been a cheeky strike where he's looking the other way and not even looking whether it's going to go for 4 or 6. He knows, and there is confidence oozing, and textbook strike. Zane Green.
I'll look at it. Umpire's having a look at the ball because that one was hit into the parking area and the ball bounced on the cement. definitely just want to have a look at the ball and also maybe put some sanitizer on it, as we don't know, maybe we obviously have dedicated ball boys, but it's sometimes difficult to see where the ball goes to when he picks it up.
I think it's a great job by both the Namibian Eagles and the Team Zimbabwe for making sure they adhere to these COVID-19 regulations, keeping everybody in bio bubbles and keeping everybody safe. So great work by the organisers from both Team Namibia and Team Zimbabwe. Ryan Bennett still looking to chip away and take a wicket, so a light can be shone as promising player, the youngster from Zimbabwe. Spin ball, in he comes.
You can definitely see the fielder running around, just not expecting the ball to move so quickly, as they had to readjust his line of chasing down the ball. But it's absolutely great to see their chops. I mean, we've been in the pandemic for a long time now. The third wave hit Namibia. We had a quiet 4 or 5 months here for cricket. So it's definitely great to see these players staying fit, making sure that they're ready for the upcoming World Cup and also playing these games. So great awareness there, and also thanks to Castle Light and Dapperbed for being the main sponsors, and all the other sponsors as well, for making this possible.
That's right, and the guys from Cricket Namibia haven't really been resting on their laurels. They've been putting in work not only with the players, but also the teams, coaches, the ladies cricket teams. They've been doing great work during this pandemic and keeping everybody busy, active, and building those skills, which is why these awards were given to Cricket Namibia, and they use this lockdown to just intensify the capacity building program, which really shows exceptional use of the time that has been put aside in this lockdown for COVID-19, and also this time that they've had in cricket. So the chairman of the ICC associate members, Imran Kwata, also says that it's just undeniable that Cricket Namibia would have ensured more of its players and staff to be better prepared for life outside the boundary ropes, and significantly increase the number of coaches that were attained during the period, and also underlines just the great work that Cricket Namibia has been doing. So well done to Cricket Namibia, to the players, the coaches, the families that are supporting these talented individuals, of course building up to this big day coming on the Cricket World Cup, which is now in Dubai.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is also a slight advantage for the Namibian Eagles team, as they played their qualifiers for the World Cup actually in Dubai. So they'll definitely have an idea of what the conditions is like, how the fields are, all that kind of stuff. So it's actually an advantage for them as well.
That's right, and they were just talking recently at the launch of a breakfast that the players will be in Dubai early to acclimatise. They'll be in isolation each individually, and as athletes this is going to be a very challenging time for our Namibians to be self-isolating for a good 7 days before they can get out and enjoy some good cricket in Dubai.
Definitely, I mean, being part of a team sport, you don't want to be too much isolated on your own the whole time, but that's just part of the world we're living in now. So definitely it will be challenging times for them. And then we're looking at Taddy coming from the north end side, left arm leg spinner. So he got dispatched yesterday by Zane Green for a couple of boundaries. So let's see what his plan is today.
And then he comes Nyangani.
Again, Zane Green just leaning backwards. Paddy just bowling a bit too short. Zane Green freeing up his arms, hitting towards the long side of the boundary. So he had to make sure he hit that one really well, went all the way.
There's an opportunity, and taken well by Zimbabwe. Very, very happy with that. And unfortunately for the Eagles, we've got one down taken by Tanaka Chivanga of Team Zimbabwe. And of course, Nyangani has finally got a smile on his face. That is exactly what he was looking for. Look at that. Composure, delivery, and exactly what he is looking for, to just shake and rattle those Namibian Eagles and taken comfortably by number 42 for Zimbabwe, Tanaka Chivanga. Well played by Team Zimbabwe.
Definitely a big breakthrough there for the Zimbabwean team. Namibia has been batting really well, currently batting at a run rate of 12.13. So they've been doing really well. So Tadi Wanashe would be so excited after taking that wicket. Being dispatched yesterday for 18 in the 1 over, 3 sixes in a row, being dispatched here. First ball he bowls to Zane Green again for a 6, and then in the end being the winner of this challenge and taking the wicket of the Zane Green.
And well played for Zane Green. Great partnership with Craig Williams, and here we have another example of strength in numbers, strength in depth, with Nicole Lofty-Eaton coming in. Lofty-Eaton, of course, had a great display earlier on in the year against Team Uganda in the Richelieu franchises and also the Castle Light series.
Also great to see him getting the opportunity to be batting up the order as well, and just giving himself also time in the middle and not just having to come and finish the game at the end. So we'll definitely be looking forward to what he's going to do and how he's going to bat and how he's going to take on this innings.
The Eagles have had some time, a few months off, and we could see from the previous performances earlier on in the year that there's certain areas that they really needed to look at, really needed to work on. And the strength in depth of the batting order is certainly one of them. And of course, Pierre de Bruin, the coach, has his strategy of how to develop these players and build them into the players they need to be by the end of this year, where they head to the World Cup T20 in Dubai. And of course, Lofty-Eaton would be one of those individuals that they'll be looking at. Very aggressive player, very aggressive batsman, and looking to make his mark, secure his position in this team. And of course, a great partnership already with Craig Williams and Nicole Lofty-Eaton. We're looking for a great performance between the two.
Definitely Craig also just being 5 away from the half century, so you'll definitely be looking to get to that landmark and making sure that confidence just keep on climbing. Nicole Lofty-Eaton being a 360 player, so great bowling there. Great comeback by Taddy. Definitely he gains a lot of confidence after taking the wicket, so that's definitely great to see from him as well.
And there we have it, over up, taken 1 wicket. Nyangani wearing the number 1 jersey for Team Zimbabwe. And of course earlier this year we were taking the break due to the 3rd wave of the COVID-19 pandemic in Namibia. Cricket Namibia continued with even holding their AGM, which was held in the beginning of July, all via Zoom because of the restrictions on gatherings, which was still a success. And the AGM was well attended by Cricket Namibia's stakeholder representatives. And of course the rise of the pandemic earlier on in the year forced the entire world into lockdown, which Cricket Namibia took as an advantage, a test that they used as an opportunity in various levels. So of course there's no stopping Team Cricket Namibia to make sure that their players have every opportunity of exploiting the opportunity of representing Namibia as Namibia's Eagles. Here comes Faraz.
Faraz just changing ends there. Hopefully this side will work for him. So definitely looking to capitalize on the breakthrough that they got and trying to get a wicket early on as well. Not trying to give Nicole Lofty-Eaton too much time in the middle, because he can be very dangerous and take on all the boundaries.
Just slightly off the edge, you could hear in the background the players going, oh, could it have been an opportunity? And the calm of the experienced wicketkeeper Richmond Mutumbami, casually waiting for that opportunity to grab another wicket. In comes Faraz. A risky run by Namibia. And safely behind the boundaries Craig Williams having a little clap for his partnership, saying, well risked, well done, well run. Nicol Lofty-Eaton and Craig Williams, fresh new partnership, 97 for 1, just after 8 overs.
Namibia setting themselves up for a really big score here towards the end, and we still have a long batting lineup to come in, and players that can hit the ball really hard and really fast. So definitely looking towards a big score here for the Namibian Eagles. For us,
of course, for Team Zimbabwe having to acclimatize to Namibia, to the pitch here at Wanderers, day one is no indication of what they can deliver. We saw with South Africa emerging, who came to visit us here in Namibia earlier on in the year. Day one is always a challenging day, and definitely no indication of what is to come. And you can see Faraz knowing exactly where to place the ball once he understands the routine of the Namibian Eagles. This over proving to be very challenging for the Namibians, and a great decision for Faraz. You see a lot more decision on placement of that ball.
I think the bowlers will also definitely have some more confidence after the power play, because now they can have more fielders on the boundary protecting the boundary, and it's not always easy bowling in the first 6 overs because you only have 2 guys on the boundary. So bowling will definitely be more confident in just bowling the ball and having the batsman to hit the ball towards the fielders. Oh, great shot!
Well,
Great shot by Craig Williams. Fielder unfortunately just couldn't get hand on it, couldn't stop it, and raced away to the boundary there.
Raz indicating where the gaps and the loopholes might be, deciding to cover up and keep it a little tighter. So Craig Williams will find it a little bit more challenging to replicate that for. In comes Faraz.
Craig Williams one away from his half century, and just make sure just punches that one down softly, running through for the single and getting his half century. Great confidence boost here for Craig Williams as well, and also a great confidence boost for the team.
Always great seeing Craig on the pitch. Of course, this half century for Craig Williams is no doubt what he was looking for. He's looking to make sure he starts off well, so a little bit lower down the batting order we can see more talents, more potential coming in to take us over the 200 mark, should it be the Eagles' day. One thing is for sure, that whoever's streaming in now will have the ladies of the national team for Namibia also streaming in, because the women and the girls cricket in Namibia has been taken from strength to strength, always been incorporated in cricket events across the country and beyond.
Great awareness there by Craig as well, and we can definitely see that Taddy definitely has a small confidence after that wicket that is taken of Zane Green. So he will definitely be bowling a lot better. Oh, field's changing again. That's one thing about having a left hand right hand combination. The captain always have to think and always have to change his field. Nicol Lofty-Eaton going for the more of a reverse hit than a reverse sweep there, trying to make use of the field that's not really scattered on the offside for him. Again, sorry for that, Nicol Lofty-Eaton going for the reverse hit, I'll rather say, than a sweep, because you can really see the intention of him trying to hit that ball just over backward point and cover area. Just making sure this time he connects the ball and gets a nice shot off.
Ngani looking for his second wicket eagerly. 114 runs for 2 for Team Namibia. Zimbabwe having won the toss this morning and decided to get into field, restrict the Namibians as far as possible, and that's exactly what they've done.
Definitely, I mean, Namibia still, the Eagles still here in a comfortable position, only having lost 2 wickets in the first 10 overs, so there'll definitely be a lot of confidence coming in with the batting, and scoring at a run rate of almost 12 runs over. They'll definitely look to pass that 200 mark and make sure that they get as much runs on the board as possible for the bowlers to defend.
21 runs, 2 wickets for Tadi Nyangrani. Be very happy about that.
He's definitely been on the more expensive side, but for today he's definitely been taking the wickets for the team, and that's what you want to see.
Captain Gerard Erasmus coming in with a fresh partnership. A beautiful Sunday morning here at Wanderers. And of course, Gerard Erasmus knows exactly what needs to be done as captain.
Great single there by Gerard Erasmus, great awareness, just making sure he gets off the mark. And that's it for me for now. Coming back into the commentary is Casey with chops, and enjoy it.
Thank you, Lauritz. We'll be hanging out this morning and seeing the performance of the Eagles as they take on Team Zimbabwe in this Castlelight series. Of course, streaming in and allowing us to stream is Dafabet. Hello to our friends streaming from India and around the world. This is the Castlelight series. If you've just joined us, we are live from the Wanderers Sports Grounds in Olympia, in Pioneers Park, I beg your pardon, in the capital city, Windhoek. Casey, welcome back. 2 wickets fallen from the youngster Tadi Nyangani, and we see now coming in for Team Zimbabwe, bowling wearing number 30 jersey, looking to do some more damage.
Yes, indeed, that's Carl Mumba steaming into the attack. Wide delivery first up. And Namibia take the fielder on. But yep, 115 for 2 so far, Chopsy, and good morning to you.
Good morning, Casey. 115, great morning. Namibia has decided to put that score tally right up as far as possible. Zimbabwe starting off with some spin bowlers, the youngsters coming in, and I think that put a little bit of damage onto the scoreboard, but there's a lot of experience in the form of Carl coming in for delivery against captain.
Much better delivery, that one from Carl Mumba. Yes, indeed, we saw finally that young Tadiwana Ashe coming in and actually breaking the partnerships. It's actually 2 successive overs that he bowled after being smacked around a little bit. But the young man definitely showed some discipline and came back in. Got that wicket of the call after Eaton, which was a prize wicket, I would assume, from the Zimbabwe's point of view.
Coming across to visit Namibia is all about gaining that experience, and he's going to be chuffed, confident, and ready to go on his next delivery. So well done to young Tadi. He's taken 2 wickets, and I'm sure his team is going to be very proud of him, and high fives all around today.
Absolutely, and what we did see, because I was standing at the edge of the pavilion there, and I could actually hear the Zimbabwean team chirping away, giving the young man some encouragement. So that bodes well for the Zimbabwean side. I mean, obviously they're looking to bounce back after yesterday's defeat to Namibia, where they managed to score a paltry 112 runs, which Namibia managed to succeed without breaking much of a sweat. But today might be a totally different story, all to play for in the 2020 at least aspect of the series. So we definitely want to pull one back here.
A little bit of discussion between the two. Gerard Erasmus and Craig Williams deciding to go for a second and then deciding at the last minute it probably isn't a wise decision. So I remember disrupting the focus and intensity of this new partnership between the captain Gerard Erasmus and Craig Williams. A comfortable 120 for 2 for the Eagles, just over halfway mark, 10.4 overs.
Absolutely, Chopsy, and we're looking at the run rate now. It's standing at 11.25, and Zimbabwe will definitely want to peg them back in that regard because as it stands, they're looking at a score of over 200.
I was saying to Lawrence earlier, we certainly have the advantage. Wanderers Park being the home ground for the Eagles, and just taking a day for the Zimbabweans to adjust. Today, we see a whole new team, fresh and committed, ready to hold back the Eagles. And again, if you're streaming from Zimbabwe, we'd love to hear from you. Get down into the comment sections below. Let us know who you're looking out for. We've got some players that we've been looking at. And definitely one that has stood out this morning is wearing the number 1 jersey for Zimbabwe, Tadi Yangani.
Well, Carl Mumba seems to, be drifting kind of wide of the off stump there, letting the batsman have the freedom to actually free their arms. So he wants to bowl a much tighter line, keep it right about off stump or just outside off stump. Get the batsman perhaps guessing a little bit. But indeed, yeah, definitely young Tadiwan actually has been one of the standout performers for Zimbabwe thus far from the bowling aspect of things. Much better line there from Carl Mumba. It's worked onto the onside. And we're going to take another run off that. The cheekily still 2 runs there from the Zimbabweans. We've actually seen a bit of chatter between the Zimbabweans and the umpires. I don't know, it's something to do with the ball perhaps. They've been looking at the ball and having a chat with the umpire about that. I'm not sure if they are requesting a ball change or what it could be.
I think the chat for the Zimbabweans is always a good sign that they're not resting on their laurels. They're not coming to Namibia to take a loss. Whatever they can do to notify the umpires what they're going to do.
Absolutely, 124 for 2 after 11 overs. That is Namibia, and at the crease we have Gerrit Erasmus as well as Craig Williams. Craig Williams already reached his half century, 53 off 32 deliveries. So striking the ball pretty well. It probably looks as big as a football out there now.
It's good to see Craig Williams. Here comes the youngster. Yangani. He's already taken 2 wickets, and in he comes.
Short and a bit wide, and that's
hello again to our ladies for our national cricket team. Irene van Sale, captain, and the families and friends that are streaming in live. Of course, the women's and the girls' cricket has gone from strength to strength in 2021, incorporated in the Cricket Namibia structures wherever it can be possible, and we see great cricketing action not only in last year during the pandemic but also in 2021 after their visit to the Kwibuka tournament, where the Capricorn Eagles made it to the finals of the Kwibuka tournament but lost in the finals against Kenya. Well done to the ladies. Great ball.
Yes, indeed, well done to the ladies, and they're looking forward to a series up in Botswana where they're going to be trying to qualify for the World Cup. So Irene van Sale and the girls are definitely up for it, and they're hoping to obviously do the country proud. Well, Tadiwan actually seems to be getting some sort of turn, but the ball is pitching really wide outside of the off stump. I think if he just brings it in just a little bit tighter, you might actually have the batsman a bit cramped for room and in 2 minds as to what shots that he can play. So far 2 singles from the over and 1 dot delivery.
Great communication by both Team Zimbabwe and the Eagles, deciding to just go for 1 cheeky run. And of course somebody like Tadi would do very well against somebody like Nicol Lofty-Eaton, who's an aggressive player, wants to put points on the board. Bowling against Gerrit Erasmus is a different ball game, where Gerrit is a lot more calculated, a lot more structured, and whether it's one cheeky run, two, or at the boundaries, Gerard will be happy with that. And that's over up for Team Zimbabwe, having a chat in the middle of the pitch. New partnership currently sitting on 9 runs of 8 balls and 57 runs of 35 for Craig Williams, a partnership that is growing by strength. Namibia sitting on 130 for 2.
Yes, Chopsy, Namibia sitting at 130 for 2 after 12 overs. The current run rate has come down ever so slightly. It's at 10.83 at the moment, and we see that Zimbabwe making a change in attack there. They're bringing Faraz Akram to come in from the southern end. A bit of pace bowling there to see that if they can outfox this partnership that is currently in the middle for Namibia. This is the Castle Light Series. We are broadcasting to you live, obviously, from the Wanderers in Pioneers Park in Windhoek, Namibia. Great weather conditions are prevailing. It's a great day for cricket, and we know that the Wanderers restaurant is open for those who choose to come down and have a little bite. It's a great way to spend the Sunday afternoon, excuse me. See?
That's right. Coming in next is Faraz Akram of Team Zimbabwe.
Oh, that one pitches outside, wide outside the left stump. Helped on its merry way by the captain there, Gerard Erasmus, and that goes all the way to the boundary for 4.
Getting some support from his teammates. Akram on his first ball, taken very well by Gerard. Hooks it over straight for 4. Has a nice little look at that and says to himself, well done, Gerard.
Bit of a slog sweep there from the captain. Oh, and bowled! Faraz Akram gets his man.
That's exactly what he was looking for, and job well done by Faraz. Very disappointing for Captain Gerard Erasmus. Have a look at this replay. He was almost stuck between a rock and a hard place in his decision, and Faraz going straight for the middle wicket.
Absolutely bowled the captain there, and the captain makes his exit. And now we see the new batsman coming in. That's JJ Smith. He's coming off of a good series, or from when he played against Uganda as well as South Africa, emerging, scored some runs there. So he'll be keen to get in on the action.
So for the top 4 for the Namibian Eagles, looks very confident with Nicol Lofty-Eaton coming in, and a start off with the partnership Zane Green and Craig Williams are still in. Gerard Erasmus, and in comes JJ Smith. The Eagles looking on great form for the first top 4 batsmen, and looking now to build a new partnership. Of course, Faraz being very happy about taking out the captain. Very poor decision by the captain, almost as if sitting between 2 decisions and deciding to go for reverse flip that ended up with a wicket for Faraz Akram of Zimbabwe.
Absolutely, wickets are falling fairly regularly now for Zimbabwe, every 2 overs or so, which is mighty different from the way they opened. When they opened, it was very difficult to break the partnership because the senior statesman in there, Craig Williams, was still at the crease, as well as Zane Green put up a very, very solid opening pair. But Zimbabwe seem to have not lost heart.
Faraz Akram very happy with taking out the captain. Certainly the Zimbabweans have not lost heart. They will not be travelling all the way to Namibia to be sent home packing without a fight. And of course, Zimbabwe being a country full of cricketing traditions, cultures, and passion for the game of cricket. Faraz Akram must be stoked with his wicket, and that's exactly what he's planned, envisioned to do. And in here comes delivering to Craig Williams.
Very wide delivery that from Faraz. Craig Williams currently on 57 from 35 deliveries. JJ Smith 1 run from 1 delivery. And you can see the intention is to keep the scoreboard ticking over and obviously giving the senior player the strike.
And this, of course, being a very crucial series against Zimbabwe. It forms part of the team's T20 World Cup preparations. In comes Faraz.
Better delivery that from Faraz. Worked out to the onside for 1. That brings the score to 137 for 3. In this Castlelight 2020 series between Namibia and Zimbabwe.
That's right, and the World Cup is just 68 days away, and the Eagles are using every opportunity to ensure they're ready to compete in the UAE. And the Namibian national men's head coach, Pierre de Bruin, is also said to be delighted that he has this series to be part of the preparations to build up for the T20 World Cup in Dubai. So congratulations to the Eagles for making it up to the World Cup.
Another wild delivery allowing the batsman to free his arms there. And they scampered through for 1 run, bringing the score to 138 for 3 after 12.5 overs.
And that was a ball well taken by number 30 for Team Zimbabwe, Carl Mumba. Very disappointed with his throw. Sure, he feels that it could have been a lot more closer to the wicket, if not on the stumps directly. Comes Faraz Akram.
Another wild delivery. Signaled a wild by the umpire. And so far, 2 extras been given away by Faraz. Bit of loss of discipline.
Comes with concentration, of course. His commitment to securing another wicket is overwhelming. Wide ball by Faraz. In comes another delivery taken well by JJ Smith.
Speaking of JJ, I mean, he's played 15 2020 matches, had 12 innings and 3 not outs. He scored 281 runs. His high score is 59, an average of 31.22, and a strike rate of 162.42. So very capable, JJ. And definitely once he gets going, he could definitely add on to that scorecard, which is what Zimbabwe won't want. So they want to get him out early, or at least peg him in.
I'm sure the captains have been pondering about that, and with a great mixture of Team Zimbabwe with some youngsters and the experience being carried over, certainly trying to disrupt partnerships is what the Zimbabweans are looking for. There's also players that are certainly out there looking to make a mark for Team Zimbabwe today through the series. The series taking place in the capital city, 3 T20s, 3 50 overs. In comes Tadi Gayani.
Yes, indeed. Tadiwanashi has proved to be the wicket taker for the Zimbabweans so far, so they're going to bowl him out his full 4 overs. And he's conceded 1 run from his first delivery. See, he's looking at the field, making some adjustments. See, a ball has just crept onto the cricket grounds. And Roy Bennett is obliged by kicking it back out. But here comes Tadiwanashi for his second delivery. Oh, picked up. And that's the JJ that we all come to know and love. Anything short, it will be punished. And that goes all the way for 6. And JJ is one of Namibia's big hitters, so anything short could be dispatched for the boundary. Let's see how Tadiwanashi comes back. Dispatched with disdain by JJ Smith for 6.
Well calculated by JJ Smith. Nyangani a little disappointed. Struck well by JJ Smith. Goes straight for 6.
Not much movement. He just rocks onto his back foot and pulls it over the boundary ropes. $14 from the over so far. This over can prove to be a bit expensive from Zimbabwe's point of view.
Tadiwanashe.
Driven down the ground there by Craig Williams, who's currently on 60 for 38.
Great innings for Craig Williams, who's done well throughout the year and carrying this partnership. Very confident. JJ Smith in 15 runs, and here he is facing. There we go. That's what we're looking for from JJ.
And that's the sound of the ball on the rooftops. How many meters you reckon that is, Chopsy?
That was a confident strike. All I can tell is by the sound of the thump of the roof. That was a well-struck ball by JJ Smith. 6 runs for Team Namibia. Look at that.
It's very interesting watching JJ's technique when he hits that. He's very still, not much foot movement, gets down, pulls the delivery. All you just hear is the middle of bat on ball as it
Beautiful
sails
song
away.
that is. JJ Smith, Craig Williams partnership that has brought confidence for the Eagles, and here we see lining up Carl Mumba for Team Zimbabwe, looking for a wicket of his own, eagerly having a look around the pitch and instructing his teammates to be in the right position for his fresh delivery.
Absolutely, the last over going for 21 runs. That could be one of the biggest overs of the game so far. Interestingly enough, the Zimbabwean captain hasn't taken the ball yet, because he's known to be a seamer who's deceptively quick. His run-up would make you believe otherwise.
Perhaps for now it's a strategy for Team Zimbabwe. So it seemed a little bit odd bringing in the youngsters as the first bowlers this morning, maybe trying to...
Ooh, play and a miss there from Craig. Good line there, bowled by Carl Mumba, having the batsman in two minds.
That's right, we're bringing in the youngsters, the spin bowlers, in earlier